Welcome friends, welcome allies, welcome one and all. This is fantastic. It is just the most wonderful thing. And to be here and to hear people's stories of change, the stories of transformation, it's just fantastic. Recovery is very often a shift in perspective. Very often recovery, the circumstances of your life don't change, but your perspective of what it is changes completely. And you now come out with the classic phrase, there's nothing actually wrong with me, it's what happened to me that caused all this crazy stuff to happen. And I've been misunderstood, diagnosed, drugged and discarded. And in actual fact, this wasn't necessary because actually it's my life experiences that have caused this. I love the Recovery College. I love the whole business of dealing with trauma. It's fantastic. Relationships often cause the trauma, and new positive relationships actually heal the trauma. So there's an irony. The thing that can cause it is also the healing agent when it's done properly. So more power to us, people. And with that, I shall hand over.
Recovery College is all about learning, and people have been learning how to write songs, and you're going to hear some of them led by Malcolm Gourley, who's been their tutor for the last
Finding me, can't you see? Yearn for something else, confused. Got to get me some ice cream, some Milky Way. My desire for a delicious trip, some ice cream, some yummy 3 scoops and a flake in my tummy's on top. Ice cream.
I came to visit Jeanette a few months back and had a look around the Recovery College and got a flavour for what you guys are doing. Finished off with a session drumming, which put a smile on my face, which is pretty much still with me today. So hopefully going to get a chance to do that again. For those of you who are not familiar with Scottish Recovery Network, we're an organisation, we're a charity that covers the whole of Scotland. There's 2 main things that we believe in. We believe in lived experience and the power of lived experience to change mental health services and support for the better. And we believe in peer support. We believe in the intentional use of those lived experiences to make things better for other people. And so that's why our values and everything that the Recovery College and RAMH stand for are totally aligned. So we're pleased to be able to support you guys, and we get the same back from Jeanette as well. We wanted to really focus on what's happening in the communities out there as well. So one of the focuses for a new Making Peer Practical event is something that Jeanette and the Recovery College is going to be involved in, and that just looks at how peer is involved in the community. So how you guys make a difference to your own lives, but also to other people's lives. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing that we can report back to Scottish Government or to NHS or whoever it may be. So just want to say thanks for all your support and just continue the amazing work you're doing. And yeah, I feel humbled by being up here. So thanks very much.
Shelley is one of our peer volunteers. Come and join me, Shelley. And I've got 2 questions to ask you about your experience. What learning from your peer-to-peer course has been the most helpful in your volunteer role?
I personally learn from other people's experiences. They help me to be a better version of myself.
What is one thing that has remained from you from when you did the suicide prevention training?
That it's okay to ask someone if they feel suicidal, because you're not going to put that into someone's head. It's either going to be there or it's not. And just giving that person support, whether it's taking them out of their situation, going for a coffee or a tea and just listening to them.
Thank you, Shelley.
The first time it was mentioned about me becoming a peer volunteer, I had a panic attack and said, don't ask me that again. I eventually found myself on the peer-to-peer course as a student, where I said to Lainey, just because I'm on this course doesn't mean to say I have to be a peer, right? But I decided to become a trainee peer, and I was amazed at how much work goes behind the scenes preparing the courses. I found my confidence growing and received good feedback. I took it to the next level and applied to become a peer volunteer and was successful. And I now know this was the right thing for me to do. My story was recently released online, and the number of students have approached me about it has been amazing. I can see it's making a difference. I've been co-facilitating courses for a while now, and it's given me a unique perspective of the college. It's allowed me to see the students' progression from starting the college and beyond. I've been privileged to co-facilitate a course called the Personal Leadership Programme. It only runs once a year, but there's a lot of thinking and work involved in it. Part of the course is the thinking space, where we learn to hold space for people to allow for their thinking. It's different from having a normal two-way conversation. We're listening to hear, not to respond. Unfortunately, sometimes that learning doesn't translate so well to my home life. I'm prone to interrupting my husband, which is very annoying for him. He'll say, "I thought you did a course about that." And I said, "Yes, Tom, you're right. I promise I'll try harder. I will." The Personal Leadership Programme has also made me aware that some of my behaviours have stemmed from my childhood and have not benefited me or my mental health. But now I've realised this, I can work on it. I recently looked at the answers I put on my college application form for hopes and aspirations. These were more confidence, voluntary work, outside interests, to overcome my anxiety and to drive. It didn't happen quickly, it took time, and I've now achieved all of this. The college... The college has let me learn new things, allowed me to push myself out of my comfort zone and achieve things I would never have thought possible. I used to be scared if I saw Jeanette approach me. I'd be thinking, what's she going to ask me to do now? But I see now that she knew what I was capable of and was helping me by pushing me a little bit further. The students, tutors, staff and other peers have all helped me. Just the connection with others and their unique insights have been invaluable, and I'd like to thank all of you. You know who you are. My husband says that I'm a totally different person now, and he's immensely proud of what I've achieved. Those are his words, I didn't make them up. I'm happier than I was and feel useful. And to any student who's just starting at the college, or have only been with it for a short time, I'd like to say, give it a chance. It takes time, but if you work at it, you can get what you're looking for. Thanks.
Chime is very much connected to what we do. CHIME, and it's a good model for anybody to improve their well-being. If we improve our connection with others, if we improve our hope, and I think a lot of what we do in Recovery College is hope, is helping people find hope again. If we find our identity, we're always saying to people, don't be anyone else. Be the best version of yourself. Develop yourself, understand yourself, find out who you really are. And that was what was lovely about Amanda's song about finding me, which really resonated about the messages that we give. And then the fourth M is for meaning. And finding meaning in life, the things that we enjoy doing, having fun together while we learn, is why we do drumming, songwriting, art stuff. Please look at the artwork at the back. Absolutely amazing stained glass work that Laura's been leading. You'll hear about that later. And the stories about the story trees that are on the table, you can see the exhibition there as well. And then E, empowerment, empowering people to be the best they can be and live the life they want to.
So would you like to share with us a little bit about writing and tutoring on your very own Touch of Glass course?
I never thought for a second I'd be on this stage. I've been worrying about it all week. But whenever I get into the college and I'm around everybody, I feel fine. When I was teaching it, it meant learning more skills like writing, organisation, session plans. Jeanette asked me to do a proposal. I'd never did one before. I went away, I went onto YouTube, figured out how to do it. And I handed it in, and it must have been good enough because before I knew it, the course was up and running. I'm really proud of all the students. All their work's up here, and this is their first time doing copper foiled stained glass. And I've got to say they're really, really good because I wouldn't even have been able to do that on my first attempt either. It's just been brilliant. I got to see what goes on behind the scenes, and I'm just very thankful to everybody, and that's the staff, the peers, the tutors and the students as well. I've learned off of everybody. I've loved teaching. It's not something I've ever thought about doing, but it's been a blessing. It's all my life changed. I'm a different person. My friends can contest to that because I'm completely different.
This is my kind of recovery song, and it's basically, if you listen to the words, it's stepping out of the darkness and into the light, and I'm free. Stepping out of the darkness and into the light, I surrender to my knees for this brand new start. 'Cause I'm free, I'm free. I'm free to be exactly who I want to be. I'm free, I'm free. I'm free to be exactly who I want to be. I'm free to be exactly who I want to be. I got strength inside of me and hope in my heart. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I know I ain't going back. 'Cause I'm free, I'm free. I'm free to be exactly who I want to be. I'm free, so free. I'm free to be exactly who I want to be. Oh, won't you take my hand? And together we stand. So won't you take my hand? And together we stand. 'Cause I'm free, I'm free. I'm free to be exactly who I want to be. I'm free, so free. I'm free to be exactly who I want to be. I'm free to be exactly who I want to be. I'm free to be exactly just me.
For Shelley, Janet and Laura, peer volunteers, thank you again for your honest insights into your journey, but not only that, for your families and for your loved ones, because we realise this isn't just about individuals, it's about everyone else that's close to them. And I know certainly the last time I was here, the last event, with some families at the table too, and I think that was really strong and powerful too. And for the wider college, students, peers, tutors, staff, that made today possible, thank you very, very much. As Jeanette says, I work at the Health and Social Care Partnership, and part of my role is commissioning. I commissioned the Recovery College, but it wouldn't have been possible without a couple of people in the room. Kate and Mary, you are the ones that set up the Recovery College, and I think it's only important you are here, so thank you for being here today. For Jeanette, Jackie and Claire, we work in the epitome of partnership and collaborative working. And I was making a joke, and Kay, you said it there. There's not an event I don't go to where the Recovery College aren't there. So whether you're invited or not, I'm not quite sure. But they certainly don't throw you out. That's what you take your moment and you take it well. So thank you. I suppose moving forward, we as a Health and Social Care Partnership cannot do this without the Recovery College. I cannot wait to see what the future holds. But for Kim, I loved your song. It was phenomenal. So in your words, take my hand, together we stand, moving forward. Thank you very much.